2023 is just around the corner, and it is looking like it will be a year packed with cool indie titles. Here is what's on the slate for January. Ever since Sid Meier's Sim Golf, I've been a huge fan of golf games and have found them to be a perfect partner to the puzzle game. With Hole in One, your goal is to construct the hole from the tiles provided to allow the ball to find its way into the hole. It's a simple concept on paper, whilst allowing the developer to add plenty of wrinkles as you progress through the 100 available levels, and with the level editor included, there is sure to be a wealth of community-made content as well. Hole in One comes to Steam January 2nd. Next, we have Beneath Her Starry Sky, a visual novel which is a genre I enjoy, but I don't think I've featured one on these lists before. The plot of the game sees you take control of Freya, who must work to break a time loop that sees a terrible beast wreak havoc on the world over and over. As is the case with visual novels, this title promises a variety of choices and endings, and even includes some light combat. I'm a fan of time loop games in general, and along with the art style, Beneath Her Starry Sky looks like it could be a fun visual novel. Beneath Her Starry Sky comes to PC via Steam January 4th. Path of the Midnight Sun is a JRPG that appears to be hitting all the right notes. You guide a party full of interesting characters whose morale you must manage in order to have them in top fighting edition, with romance options also available. The story promises choice and consequences as you fight to protect a noblewoman struggling to contain the demon that has been locked within her. With an impressive 50 voice characters and a traditional turn-based combat system, this title looks like it could be a good addition to the genre. Path of the Midnight Sun comes to PC via Steam January 10th.
Let's see.
If I must take on your wrath in order to make you see the truth, then I will not waver!
Don't give up. We've overcome every obstacle so far.
I hope you also have food worthy of the tactician who saved your lives over the past few months.
Who am I, oh fearless warriors of the night?
This is one of those stories that even the bards won't believe. Love spell number 69! I pay my respects, and I take your life! Ah!
What? You're asking me about having plans? I'm allowed to have a doubt or two.
How can you say that what you saw from your point of view was the truth?
You must be kidding me, Faratros. Why the hell were you so reckless?
Perhaps we can use some of our skills to our advantage.
Looks like that time has finally come!
Unforgivable. All of this is unforgivable! You will pay for this!
Do you seriously believe there was no other way?
My time to shine.
And now, be obliterated!
Getting serious now.
Time for my perfect ploy.
Look at you, struggling like worms.
I do like an unusual simulation game, and Rogue AI Simulator is looking like it could be one of those. As a rogue AI, it is your job to manage a variety of test subjects, all with different needs and personalities, as you carry out tests for the Department of Science. Will you be a benevolent AI or go full on rogue? But be careful, as your subjects may well rebel, and if they find out that all is not as it seems, you could be in for a rough ride. Altogether, Rogue AI Simulator sounds like it will put a unique spin on the simulation game. Rogue AI Simulator comes to PC via Steam, January 12th.
Have you ever looked into the night sky, dreaming of making Mars your home?
Next up, we have Farlanders, a city builder that tasks you with terraforming Mars. The hook for the game is that you have a finite amount of space, so must carefully plan your settlement, as things like power lines will take up space and must be used to connect your buildings to power sources. Alongside that, the surface of Mars will need terraforming, and to do that you must use Tetris-style pieces that will be made available every few turns that you can then use to, say, level a mountain or turn a tile into soil. Alongside a retro art style, the gameplay looks to provide something a bit different in the city builder space. Farlanders comes to PC via Steam, January 17th.
Stacked together, it pays big. The more resources you gather, the greater the possibilities are for creating a comfortable colony. Remember, Mars is a different beast than Earth. You'll need to be sharp and adapt to ever-changing situations. Not enough building materials? Purchase them from other colonies. Electricity problems? Start investing in the right tech. The time has come to turn your dreams into reality. Join us as our newest colony terraforming manager and help make Mars a home for all.
This next title is on the list almost purely because of its concept. Showrunner is a management sim that has you making your own television show. Craft scripts, cast actors and hire director and staff to bring it all to life, all whilst developing a popular following and growing your studio. It reminds me a lot of the classic Lionhood game, The Movies, only you are making TV shows instead. With your success ultimately coming down to the popularity of the shows you create, a lot rides on how you make the shows in question, so hopefully there is a robust system in place, as the idea behind the game is a good one. Showrunner comes to Steam Early Access, January 17th. A Space for the Unbound is billed as a slice-of-life adventure game that tells a story about overcoming anxiety, depression, and the relationship between a boy and a girl with supernatural powers, all set in rural 90s Indonesia. The setup is both a bit standard and also unusual, especially in terms of its setting. A lot will ride on how well the story is told, but with some beautiful pixel art, it certainly has me intrigued. A Space for the Unbound comes to PC and all the consoles, January 19th. This next title is a bit of a flyer, as the game's mix of adventure, strategy and deck building all sounds enticing, but could be difficult to pull off. Mahokenshi has you play as a magical samurai whose duty is to protect the floating celestial islands from powerful opponents who seek to corrupt them. You have a choice of 4 different mages to start as, and you grow and build your deck as you defeat opponents and explore the islands. One of the most striking things about the game is the art style, and with deck building games 2 a penny right now, alongside the setting, it is here where the game could end up standing out from its peers. Mahokenshi comes to PC via Steam, January 24th. The penultimate game for January is Inkulinati, a turn-based strategy game with a very unusual setting. Taking its cue from medieval marginalia, art that was drawn in the margins of medieval text, the setting is the big pull here. The player must draw their forces on the page using ink as a resource and protect their scribe from harm. Position is all important, as units have limited range, and with the ability to push and pull each other around, you can quickly find your scribe pushed off the end of the page, leading to defeat. It all sounds rather fun. Inkulinati comes to Steam Early Access, Xbox Game Preview and Xbox Game Pass, January 31st.
Prepared for a life of adventure, gold, fame, new friends, and most importantly, quills. They're mightier than the swords, you know. Defeat other masters of ink and become a living legend.
The final game for January is also my pick of the month. Superfuse is an action RPG with comic book stylings, the demo of which I played a few months back and had a blast with. All the usual ARPG staples are here, with loot, randomly generated levels and hack and slash combat. The idea that the developers hope will set Superfuse out from the crowd is the skill system, which allows you to fuse together multiple superpowers to create unique builds. From what I saw in the demo, the skill system showed some promise, so hopefully the developers can deliver on that side of things. Elsewhere, the game ticks all the boxes with punchy combat and interesting enemies to fight. It's been a while since I played a good ARPG, so hopefully Superfuse can fill that void. Superfuse comes to Steam Early Access, January 31st. Something for everyone this January, with a good rounded selection of games. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing, as it really helps the channel. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again next time.